Hi guys, 732 Review Crew back. I am Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And we are here with the Acolyte episode 5. Now, pretty excited for this one because we got left on the worst cliffhanger I've seen in a long time, and I just really want to start the episode.
I just wanted to comment. I watched it separately and I watched their reaction, and it was pretty much how I felt because unfortunately, episode 3 kind of like hard stopped where we were at in the story, and then we got last episode was a continuation of not a whole lot, just building again, and then it was like a minute and then it was over. I just
want to start the episode. Yep. I hope we get into a fight immediately or something, please, God. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, and thanks for joining us.
Not Pip, no!
You're all right.
Pip's all right, Joe. Stop exaggerating things. Lightsabers clashing in the distance.
Yeah, okay.
That one dead?
Yep.
One of the...
What's up with the red?
It's just the sand on the planet, maybe?
No,
that's his hand?
From the blacks, yeah.
Ooh. That guy's no, that's no. Check the Padawan. Broke the lightsaber. Ooh. Ooh. Got another one. Another one. Oh, that was sick. Okay.
Nice.
Head cut off,
and
right?
Decapitation. Holy fuck.
For this show to go hard, they had to kill him, but they didn't just now. Get his lightsaber, May. Yeah. Ooh, threw it. Ooh. Oh, human, man.
Yeah. You didn't notice that when he was fighting? Did you notice he deflected a lightsaber with his helmet?
No.
Yeah.
To the ship.
Master Soul gonna die here?
Probably.
Master Soul. Who are you? You don't remember me. I sense something familiar.
Huh. Take the mask off or no? Oh, it's a Padawan. Ooh.
You're under arrest. The murder of Master Tobin.
Ooh, Padawan slick.
She is.
Show your face. And let you read my thoughts.
Oh, it protects from thoughts too?
What master hides his face from his pupil? You tell me.
His true face? Gone?
Yep. He's in the trees, man.
Or does May have to kill him? You're right, he killed Kanaka. What am I saying? Ooh! Risky with the knife in the hand. He's so good! Arrested. Uh-oh. Run, Padawan. Yeesh.
You can learn from this Padawan. She's a loyal pupil.
Oh no. Ooh.
That was sick.
Broke
Yeah,
it.
see? His armor.
Oh, Kalaka's! Nice! Give me the two blade, give me the two blade. Little Ahsoka homage. Yeah, little Ahsoka homage.
Damn, she got that dog though. Still.
No, he's holding on. Please.
I should have.
No idea. Come on. Jackie. Is that his way of being like respect?
I don't know. Well, he's more interested in May / Ocean.
Turn off your saber. Do it. The light attracts them.
Attracts what?
Oh, the bugs.
Oh! Yo, she's a fucking savage,
I
dude.
love the little apprentice, yeah. Come on, who are you gonna help, May? Yourself.
Don't turn on a flashlight.
Follow me.
Follow them to the
Oh,
lightsabers? Wait, follow them to the lightsabers, right? 'Cause it's tracking them.
well, I think she's trying to bring the bugs with.
Oh my god, that was cool. He took the lightsaber. How does he keep doing that?
I feel like the helmet's got to be made out of whatchamacallit.
Bespar?
Yeah.
No, it can't be. Helmet's off. Oh, double bladed.
No!
Whoa!
What the fuck?
That was quick and clean. It is him. We knew it.
Oh, fuck!
Holy shit! They had to play a hardball for this series to be good. Come on.
Hello.
Oh my god, the tricks and deceit.
You really didn't know it was me. You attacked me while my back is turned?
What are you?
I have no name.
What do you want?
Freedom.
He kill her?
No.
Freedom to wield my power the way I like. Oh, look at you two. Right back where you started.
Ooh.
That was smooth as fuck.
Surprise.
He knows him, yeah. Oh, broke his arm. Oh! They had to do it! They had to do it! They had to do it!
Why is she running again, dude? I hate this. Yeah, fucking blast that bitch. Thank God.
Oh, he's gonna lose his emotions right now. Yep, there it is.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, he sold
That
him.
was a sweet fucking cut.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Head to the... It was the fucking... Oh, the force kick. You see that? He's gonna kill him? You can't kill him. You need to question him. Come on, Soul.
You trust him? Even after everything he
They're gonna reveal it now? Come on.
God.
mind is twisted.
Come on.
Darkness. I've accepted my darkness. What have you done with yours?
I love you, Ben.
He's not dead.
I'll explain.
Please. Ah.
I did what I needed to do. For you. The Jedi got what they deserved. Those Jedi were more my family than you ever were. Have you forgotten who we are?
I can help you. I can help you return to yourself. Please choose me. Choose us.
You're a criminal, May. You must pay for your crimes. What are you doing? What I came here to do. Arrest you.
Huh. Come on.
Tell us the truth.
You never could block.
May
Are you all right?
took over for herself.
Yeah.
Who?
Your sister.
She's gone. We must get to the ship.
Killing a Jedi unarmed. So, like, as a Jedi, he should be able to send. Yep. Okay. Well, this guy's at least gonna be able to rat him out.
What extraordinary beings and the revelation of our triumph. You see the depth of our despair.
That was definitely a strong
I mean,
episode.
it was clearly the best episode by a country fucking mile.
And it had a good amount of fighting into it. I
I'm
mean,
just glad so many of the people fucking died.
well, I mean,
Like,
I was actually in literally I said it this episode. In order for that to be what I felt was a successful episode for this series, which is trying to highlight darkness, there had to be some death. And I'm glad
A lot.
and I said it, you know, I said there had to be a death beyond like the regular characters, and I'm happy they did it. I did not expect it to be Jackie, as well as I forgot her master's name, the knight. But I did not expect them both to die, at maybe one. But like having them both die was honestly a good plot device, because the way she died was crazy. Because, well, first off, it reveals his lightsaber is modified to detach to two shorter ones. But then he also revealed how fast he is when he.
yeah, and that he wasn't showing his full potential until he needed
Yes,
to.
yes,
Until
exactly.
He was backed into a corner.
And his.
She was kicking fucking ass. Though.
She was, but
She was formidable.
but it went to good.
I mean, just for her being a Padawan and being
it was
so
typical
young.
Sith, though.
Sure,
Typical Sith in the sense, and you'll see it as
She never actually had a chance of winning.
you'll see it through like the Star Wars animated shows that we watch as we get through them. You know, the Sith, when they fight with their opponents, if they're weaker, toy with their opponents because they draw on the agony and the fear and all that to power themselves up. And
She was never
they
afraid,
also do
though.
it. She wasn't afraid,
Kudos to her.
but you know, she might have been desperate with her fighting, which is still an emotion. The desperation is what the Sith wanted. And then once the desperation turned into hope, he extinguished it immediately, which was, you know, a very Sith thing to do. Now, I will say, for someone who follows Star Wars, as well as probably anybody watching the show, it was very obvious that he was the Sith Lord.
Well, just because why would the Sith Lord like bring a non-Force user into their small triangle?
That's not
thing?
That's not something that I was thinking. The main reason why, because Sith Lords are known to have some sort of contacts and be shady with their dealings.
Okay,
and
so
stuff.
why was it so obvious?
Because the first thing was when he was talking to May in the one episode, he quotes part of the Sith code.
Yeah.
And in order for him to understand and call himself a Sith, it means he's done some research into the Sith and the rule of two started by Darth Bane, which means by an extent he's probably read the Sith code just like the Jedis have their code. So him quoting part of the code was kind of the writers tipping their hat to say he knows the code, because he wouldn't just say that randomly.
May knew also.
May didn't know the code.
She did.
The Sith code?
Yeah.
Oh, but it didn't click when he said it then to her. But he revealed that in the one episode because he's, you know, I don't remember the exact quote, but he reveals like one of the quotes in it.
Sure. I mean, not a crazy surprise.
No.
But they also,
And last
if it was some random dude, it would have been like, oh, cool.
well, I mean, I don't know. I would have been kind of cool with some like dope ass alien that looked really different or evil.
No.
because like in the last episode you weren't here for you watched when they're hiking, May's like out of breath and that guy's like, wait, you're tired? Are we supposed to be tired? So that was like another big reveal that he was a Sith Lord because his stamina was insane.
Okay, fair.
And her,
I mean, I guess. Sure.
because if he's a regular guy and he has less stamina than a Force user, then that's bad is the main indication.
True. Okay.
Because he was like, oh, we're supposed to be tired, I guess we can take a break, when last episode. And in this episode he just straight reveals it. Now I like his helmet. I don't think it's Beskar like you were saying.
What else could it be?
There are some other things out there. Maybe they're making their own thing up. And around the era of the High Republic, there was a device that was made in one of the books that I won't reveal too much, but it was basically a thing that turned off lightsabers so that.
Yeah, well, that's what it did.
But it was.
That's what
it was like an electronic device. So
Yeah.
so his
It had like a blue like force field.
it
kind of
could have been
effect.
that, but I also I'm not 100% 100 because it was like a generator that they used in the books, which turned off all lightsabers, which means it was like an area thing and not like a contact thing.
Whereas this could be a contact thing because they stopped working when
cool.
it hit his helmet for him. Especially when the Jedi Knight guy grabbed the helmet and
he started weapon with
and deactivated
unfortunately
the Master's lightsaber. That was sick. The head snap was fucking,
I gotta say,
awesome.
There was a lot of scenes I liked.
Brutal.
I will say there's a lot.
Awesome.
I liked a lot of scenes, and to not be a Debbie Downer, there was a bunch of stuff I did not enjoy, obviously too. And we
really like.
I feel like for a show like this, obviously there's gonna be some big reveal with Osha and May, but it feels like the show might have been better if there wasn't a set of twins running around that were light and dark doing stuff, and in fact the Jedi were fighting over one girl.
Yeah, like my original theory. Yeah. Sure, yeah, like there was more of a twist there than it literally just being twins.
Or just one girl.
I mean, they are flipping them right now.
Yes.
Or so we'll see.
The Master seems to have noticed too. Because he noticed maybe.
I don't. Well, also you saw her tattoo, so I think he's pretty confident that's okay.
I'm surprised that Master Soul didn't realize that it was May, because considering he can read minds or sense intent stuff too, that's a big oversight. Although he might have his clad up by the Sith. The thing I didn't like how they handled was it felt a little bit I guess it's Star Wars. You try to have some silly stuff. They had a bunch of moths attack the Sith Lord and carry him away to get rid of the problem. Was a really weird thing, because I mean, in all honesty, I think am I wrong that Master Soul was kind of winning the fight, it felt like, but he just didn't have the drive to fully execute.
He was gonna win,
but he didn't execute.
He could have killed him,
but Osha stopped him. He was gonna kill him, but that would have been also him going to the dark side if he did that.
Sure. Which he's clearly very close to the edge of. But you also have to remember, Mikey, only to be fair, I agree with you with the moths not being a great solution, but they clearly don't want May, Osha, or Master Soul currently to die. The only way it would have been okay for Soul to die, then they would have had to figure out how did they escape from the Master, because clearly he's not an easy dude to escape.
Well, that's the thing too.
So they had to remove him with an outside form of violence to end the fight, because the only other thing they could have done is Master Soul sacrifices himself, dies, revealing the truth, in the process pushing Osha to the dark side or whatever. But we didn't get that, and instead it was the moths thing. I didn't love the moth thing either. I appreciate
it was a cop out kind of.
I appreciate that it was a short term
cop out.
Yeah, it was also a short-term thing. It's not like he just vanished for another episode.
Because I was going to be actually kind of really mad if they actually killed him that way, because it would have it would have felt like such a cop-out.
No way.
Because, we have the situation. Now, it seems like he doesn't have a master from what he's kind of, hinting at. Like, he kind of trained himself almost, because it just feels like that. I might be wrong, but...
Or he could have trained as a Jedi.
He could have been Master Soul's apprentice, maybe, or something.
I don't know if it's that. I think he could have been an apprentice, or like a Padawan at some point.
I don't. But I don't know.
Their master.
They were kind of hinting that he has somewhat similar powers to the witches, where he can invade your mind. So I'm wondering what that's about.
Well, and again, going back to the ceremony, there was the random dark figure behind the mother,
which could have been just an elder. We don't know if they're gonna delve into that more.
Sure, but we still don't have an answer as to what happened to the coven.
That's true.
Other than that, they both clearly have their own versions of the story, and that Soul is not giving any information as to what really happened.
I will say, I mean, I'm enjoying it. It is Star Wars, so it does have that cheesiness, and I guess we've been spoiled by Andor and the Mandalorian.
God, I love Andor
and the Mandalorian.
And Mando.
Both of those have kind of spoiled us for our intent. I would have really enjoyed if they went a full gritty on this, because I feel like for some reason it feels like having Osha and May in here means that there's characters who can't die until at least the end, and being them, whereas I would have liked them to have a full, a whole situation where they're doing something and they come across the Sith Lord, and then the whole group gets wiped out, and then they have to like but three of them survived the encounter.
Sure. I mean, well, one of them was only ever running away, which I really didn't like any of that.
They could have defeated the Master if they worked together.
I mean, they did technically. They did defeat him.
It was
in my mind, they defeated him.
It feels like it feels like they could have done a little bit more with just maybe drawing up the fight versus the other Jedi, because the Jedi that were with him, like Soul, obviously they were knights and masters, or because you have to assume
sure.
So, but they got like dusted, and the Padawan survived for a long time, and the Padawan isn't as in tune and all that stuff. So you might be like, oh, she's a spunky Padawan who's Master Souls. I might be nitpicking, but in these situations, a Sith Lord or a Sith would probably go after the Padawans first, because killing the Padawans would enrage the knights and the masters and make them uneven, and because they're also an easier target to take out.
Yes, but my only thinking is at this point in time, the Masters already seem to be, he seems done with May. He even compliments the Padawan. And I don't know, maybe there's a chance that had she not forced his hand, he maybe would have tried to sway her, possibly. You know what I mean? He's looking for a pupil. He said it himself.
I think
so. I'm just saying, hypothetically, and she clearly had fucking potential.
I'm thinking I feel like the reason why he didn't try to sway her is because he complimented her for her being defending her master or whatever, is because the entire fight, they did mention that he was in all their heads and they knew it, because he was using the Force to penetrate their minds and kind of read their thoughts and mess with them. So he probably knew, looked into her and was like, I can't swap her. She's died for her master.
Sure.
Which, is the easiest way.
Because he left her, he just not ran away, but
I love the little homage to Ahsoka they did too, because they gave her 2 lightsabers and she held them like that.
Yeah, it was sweet. So, I will go out on a limb and say that I think there's a good chance the show found its footing in this episode,
which is unfortunate.
But there's also a really good chance that that's just the best episode. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and say hopefully it found its footing, because I think episode 1 started off really strong, in my opinion.
2 was okay.
2 was okay.
3 was weak.
3 was very weak.
4 was
just
weak.
Because it was just too much flashback and not enough story development. Nothing happened.
4 was weak because the ending was terrible, in my opinion. That if you stop a cliffhanger there, they could have literally had him kill 1 or 2 of the Jedi and then have him stab one, look over, and then end it there. But instead, they just literally had it end like a movie or like a TV show trailer where it's see it next week.
Yeah. I agree. Also, another short episode.
This one I enjoyed. There could have been unfortunately, I think I'm just not enjoying the Osha May plotline.
I'm not a huge fan
because it feels
either.
like a combination of a few storylines from Legends and Common.
Well,
stuff.
But more importantly, I don't understand where they're going with the Osha's not going to get swayed by Master. I don't see that happening.
But he's going to use them to bring May back.
Sure.
And maybe Soul. So there's some reason the Master wants revenge on Soul, so I have to assume that the Master... I'm going to assume that the Jedi maybe were doing some kind of dark ritual that they didn't allude to, and as a result something happened. Blah, blah, blah. We'll find out.
We'll definitely find out. I'm not in love with the show. This was absolutely my favorite episode. Like I said,
maybe a show that's stronger that's on all 8 episodes, or maybe one of those where when you watch everything together, it makes more sense and pulls together better.
Sure.
But in that case, I feel like then it should have just been a movie, because then. Movie, it's the same length of time.
Yeah. Well, a little bit longer, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, because otherwise,
fair.
The one thing I will say is I can predict one of the fights that will probably be the endgame fight in this TV show. I want to predict it. I'm going to assume Master Soul probably dies.
He's got to die.
He's going to die to either May or the Master. But the big thing I think is going to happen is we're going to see Master... wow, I am so sad that I'm blanking on her name. The one that I know from the books.
Oh, that we met in episode 1 or 2.
The Jedi Master...
on Coruscant.
Yeah, I'm going to just try to look her name really fast.
All right, so my prediction... Okay, I know I was so wrong. Episode 1 and 2, I think I was overly hopeful, maybe. How I see this going at this point is one of the twins has to die at the end of this season.
I think so. Sorry.
It's the only option. I mean, it ties in with the fucking name of the show. Like, one of the two of them is going to become the Acolyte, correct? Or that's my hunch. And the only way that shit's fucking happening is one of the two of them has to die. Clearly, Osha has a lot more resolve than May. Because May seems like she's all over the place, kind of. And
okay, Vernestra Rowe, the Green Lady. I really do think I'm gonna just go out on a limb. So she is over 100 years old. All the masters we've seen are probably a little bit older, or around the same age as the Sith Lord, who's probably been out experimenting and has a little more freedom. Any of the Jedi Masters who are part of the Council who are over 100 years old, I'm going to say would wipe the floor with this Sith Lord, just because they have been a part of what we consider, the war against the raiders that I told you about.
the Space Pirates.
The Space Pirates. So that means they're used to people who are like basically Sith, but worse, kind of, because they literally, raid pillage publicly. So they have that extra bit of knowledge. I don't know how long it's been since they've fought any enemies, and I'm kind of still going through the book, so I don't know what the end game is.
Don't have the Force, right?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
But that's not the whole thing. I mean, the Force changed.
You don't have to.
But the big, I don't know yet. I'm not that far. So, but the big thing I'm trying to say is, I think she'll wipe the floor with it. And if she can't wipe the floor with the Master, I think Yoda will just kind of show up like he does in the movies and be like, because he's the Grand Master. But there are other.
I hope we don't get any of that. I don't want to see that.
There are other Grand Masters in this era.
I want more of this episode. I don't want any of that. Personally,
I want the Jedi to show up. I want the one I told you to show up and literally wipe the floor with him, because
I want to watch her die.
Mine?
Yeah.
Why? She won't die.
Well, I want you to be wrong. I want the show to be good.
Well, no,
I don't want her to show up and be like, "Oh yeah, the threat's dead."
I want her to show up after Osha. I want her to show up after Osha, May, and Sol have died. Like, she's gonna show up. Everybody's dead, but she's too late. But she can at least take him down. That would be a good way to do it, because I feel like the Master has some sort of plan for Osha and May, and because he knew of their birth, maybe, and he may be a precursor to the whole Palpatine and Plagueis thing, where they learn about how to make it's technically Plagueis' master, who was Darth Sidious's master, made Anakin, or was learning how to make Anakin through the same way Osha and May were made. So that's why a lot of fans are actually upset too, is because they're kind of like making Anakin seem a little bit more like less special if there's also two other chosen ones. But they're not the chosen ones, so it's less mattering. That's something you didn't know about.
I don't know. I'm like I said.
Yeah.
I think it's the end of the last we recorded episode 3.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to enjoy it as much as I can. Thankfully, this episode totally recouping a lot of my feelings of the last 2 episodes.
We honestly need more action, and I'm not sure if we're going to get more action, but at least the masters and the Sith masters in the in the public moving.
Plus, at least we have like forward movement of, okay, what's the master gonna do with Osha, and what the fuck is May gonna do with Sol?
It's true.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to find out. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait a week, but that's okay. Nope. So thank you for joining us with the review crew. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And this was Star Wars Acolyte Episode 5. If you did enjoy this one, let us know if you did think it was a bit stronger, because, I mean, there was a lot of fighting in this one. The coloration was pretty good. I thought the lighting effects, all that was pretty good. The master, all that stuff has been, pretty good off the rip. It's just we were waiting for some good, meaningful development of both the story and some fighting.
Oh, the red dust. Do you have any...
I think it was just dirt.
I think
he was just pushed dirt, and they were using it to show that it was each finger was pushing the Force.
Hey,
did you see how?
Okay, you're the Star Wars buff.
So you notice that there was like 5 digits, basically.
It looked more than 5, but
maybe it was just to show his power in like each finger. But
yeah.
We'll see you next time. Bye.